Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. 1 Peter 3:1-7. Wives, in the same way submit yourselves to your own husbands, so that, if any of them do not believe the word, they may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives. When they see the purity and reverence of your lives. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. For this is the way the holy women of the past who put their hope in God used to adorn themselves. They submitted themselves to their own husbands. Like Sarah, who obeyed Abraham and called him her Lord. You are her daughters if you do what is right and do not give way to fear. Husbands, in the same way be considerate as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect as the weaker partner and as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. Today's title is Dear Wives and Husbands. Man is created after God's own image. What is then God's image in us? Many answers have been suggested for the question. Love is surely the image of God in us, since God is love. Wisdom could be God's image. No other creatures have wisdom like a man. Righteousness, although it is highly tainted after sin, is certainly God's image. But many, including the great theologian Karl Barth, said that living together harmoniously is one of the most essential images of God. I have seen that various theologians suggested different hermeneutical proofs for it. To put it simply, the triune God existed in unity before God created man. The theologians believe that God intended similar harmonious existence when he created humans as man and woman. God clearly stated his mind when he said that it is not good for a man to be alone. We, humans, are created to live together in unity and harmony. This is the biblical basis for Christian opposition to extreme individualism and celibacy. Of course, the Bible does not deny celibacy categorically. Christianity supports the differences among individuals. Still, God's fundamental plan for human existence is harmonious living through families. Of course, the family is made up of wives, husbands, and children. The relationship between husband and wife is essential for fulfilling God's plan. It is also crucial for the spread of the gospel and God's kingdom. Therefore, God blessed husband and wife in the Garden of Eden. God very often compares his relationship with us to that of husband and wife. Ephesians 5 says that in the relationship of husband and wife is the secret of our relationship with Christ. This is a profound mystery, but I am talking about Christ and the church, Ephesians 5:32. So how we live as husbands and wives not only matters to our own families but to way more. Its importance extends further to communities, nations, and the kingdom of God. The relationship between husbands and wives is much more spiritual than physical or social. So how should we live as wives and husbands? Wives and husbands should love each other as Christ loves us. Wives honor and respect husbands. Husbands do not lord over wives but be considerate and treat them with respect. Wives should help husbands mature spiritually. Husbands love and honor wives as precious partners with prayers and blessings. God declares blessings upon such wives and husbands. Dear wives and husbands, are you in such a Christ-like relationship? There are no greater blessings than that.